Whew, just a little bit tall here. That's okay. That's okay. We have a piece of rice paper that Miss Sylvia sent me last year. It's Amazing Grace. And then I just have a 11 by 14 frame because I have an 11 by 14 canvas because I have an 11 by 14 frame. So we're gonna put this in here. But we got some stuff we want to do to it. I like working with rice paper. We attempted to make our own rice paper at the retreat in Kill Devil Hills that we had a couple of years ago. None of us were real successful at it, but we're going to give it another shot at our retreat in Beaumont. We're just going to try it again. Try it again. Guys, hang on just a minute. Let me move you up just a pinch. I don't like my head being cut off like that. I don't pay attention to my kitchen because I am, well, I moved it up and my head's still cut off. Oh wait, we're just gonna go with it. But anyhow, this 11 by 14, our sheet of rice paper has some left around the edges, but that's okay because we're gonna leave it white because there is white. I don't know if you can see that. There's white inside this motley paper. But what we're gonna do is take some water on just a straight paintbrush, and we're gonna go right alongside where the design is, and we're gonna wet it just one side at a time. Rice paper is a little harder to tear, or I have found it's a little harder for me to tear than napkin, but it's more sturdy and it doesn't wrinkle as bad when you put it on. Of course, I'm not worried about wrinkles today. I didn't even bring my iron because I said, well, if it wrinkles, we're just going to have a few wrinkles. That's okay. But I'm going to try something different with the tearing of it today. I don't have a metal ruler. All I have is a plastic ruler. So we're going to attempt to use this plastic ruler. And I'm going to put it right alongside the color, but just with a little bit inside, so that when I tear it, it is inside the color, okay? Or when hopefully it tears. Well, I didn't wet that all the way down there. That's not working with the ruler that well, but it's letting me, I'm just squeezing it off. I don't know if you can see that, but I'm just squeezing what's left out there off. Because as I was trying to tear it, it's pulling up into my paper, and I don't want it to do that. Not much anyway, but it did a little bit right there. Right there, but I think that'll be just fine. We can fix that. Okay, so let's quickly do the other parts. Is everybody having a good day today? Guys, I cannot read comments. The phone is way over there, so I can't read them. But y'all please leave a comment. If you're new here, we'd like for y'all to consider subscribing to us and hit the black bell so that Facebook will let you know. So that YouTube, I'm sorry. YouTube will let you know when we upload some content. And I'm just literally tearing, and I'm holding it with my other hand, and we're just tearing off the paper. And I'm wetting right beside the design. Our retreat is coming up in Beaumont, Texas, September the 12th and 13th, and we are so excited. And if any of y'all happen to watch this and you'd be interested in getting a virtual ticket so you can watch it from home, then I'll leave the link down in the comments just in case, so that y'all can join us. We're going to have 3 crafts on Friday, a gospel sing on Friday night. I'm so excited about that. And then 3 crafts on Saturday. Then we do question and answers. And whoever is virtual that we will be watching, and they can actually ask questions of the attendees, of the presenters. So we'd love for y'all to consider doing that. This is European Excellency. European Excellency rice paper. Like I said, it was sent to us by a follower, Miss Sylvia. It was actually given to me at the tribe retreat, and I brought it home and opened it at home. Okay, got that done. And see, we were going for uneven edges, and that's what we got. Now, okay, this is right at now 11.5 inches. This is 14 inches, so that means we need to leave about an inch at the top and an inch at the bottom. We're just going to guesstimate. We're not going to be overly particular about that. I'm just putting me out some Mod Podge on there. Like I said, you can go about an inch down, and then leave probably about an inch or so on the sides. And I'm using a foam brush to do this, guys, but it really does not matter which you decide to use, whatever you're comfortable with applying your Mod Podge. And I'm going to tell you something about Mod Podge, that I've been using it for years. And I always thought, well, why does this not feel dry? And it literally takes days for Mod Podge to cure, guys. It takes days. So that's why it's doesn't feel dry for a while. So just know that if you Mod Podge something, don't stick something else on top of it, because it might just stick to it. Might just stick to it. Okay. Now we're going to go just at the top, about an inch down. Let's see if I'm even halfway right. Okay, we've got about 1 1/4, 1 1/2 over on that side. So we're close. So we're gonna go with it. And I'm just gonna smooth it down with my hand as I let it fall. But you notice how I didn't just lay it up there. I just started at the top. Excuse me, started at the top. And went down. Now we're gonna Mod Podge over this. Guys, this is complete craft that I'm going to do today without using, and it's okay if you have a little stuff down at the bottom of when you use rice paper, because it's going to be rough edges, so just be aware of that. And all you have to do is go sideways. I'll show you, like here where I've already done this. All I got to do then is just come up and just clean it off like that, sideways, because if you go down or across it, it's going to leave edges, rough edges, or not rough edges. It's going to leave kind of lint like on your canvas or whatever surface you're using. It'll leave some stuff. I'm going to do a little easy on this one, so maybe I don't get a whole lot of that over there. But I want the top sealed good. And also, when you use Mod Podge, guys, how I've just kind of been going down. I don't have a brush, but I can still take this and just make me some hash marks like this. And when that Mod Podge dries, it'll have sort of a oil painting look. So once you get it done, then go back and just put you in a few hash marks like that. Okay. Isn't that beautiful? Already so pretty. But now we have a gold frame. And again, I'm going to try to do this whole thing. I believe I can without Mod Podge. I have Elmer's school glue. And I have the stick glue, which we could use both. But I think for this, I'm going to use this one because it comes out in the little end. And I can put my glue down like that. And plus this will make it a little more permanent than if I used hot glue. Okay, now we're just going to turn this over. And see, the 11 by 14 fits in these 11 by 14 frames. So pretty, so nice. Now I've got me another frame here that I'm going to turn this over on because I just glued it. I didn't hot glue it, so it's not like held temporary. It's got to glue. It's got to dry on there. But I'm going to turn this frame upside down, just like this, so that I can finish on the top, and my frame, my canvas will stay up in there. Okay. Now what we're going to do to finish this out, simple, guys. A follower sent me some. What did they call it? Where's my paper? Adornments, fun fibers for fabulous effects. And this one had kind of a raggedy looking yarn that we're going to put around the edge, not around the picture, but around the edge of the frame. So, and I'm going to use the same glue. And I'm just going to put some around the edge. I love this little glue like this. Now let's go ahead and go. Let's just leave it on the edge. Yep. And I'm just going to kind of wad it in there and set it down in that glue. And it's just going to leave like a little torn, almost torn paper looking to the edge. Just have to be careful because of the way it turns, this little yarn. I've got to try to get it all to lay to where my edges are on the edge. That's so pretty. Y'all tell me in the comments if y'all have ever used rice paper, if you've ever tried to make your own rice paper. I love rice paper, partly because of the way it reacts different than a, oh, this ribbon is show enough turned, guys, show enough. Hard to get it in there. Now I got it there, so let me make sure it's sitting down in the glue. Wow, that was a little difficult. Let me turn him down here so maybe I can be a little closer to him, and maybe I can get his little turn self a little straightened out. Go go ahead and cut that off. Okay, again, we're going to put our glue. And again, I'm going to try to get it turned. It is sure not laying exactly right because of it being the kind of ribbon it is. But that's okay. It's worth the work to get the look. But you definitely, if you use some like this, you want to make sure you take the time to turn it, because you don't want that edge where it's sewed together to be what's out. You want the torn edge or the rough looking ribbon to be out into your picture so that it all has the same look. But it is sure twisted. Ooh, I'd hate to be trying to sew with this if I was wanting to have a little ruffled edge or feathered edge on my whatever I was sewing. I would give up. I would give up. Y'all please share this video out if you like it. Don't share it if you don't like it. If you like it, share it out. If you like my style of crafting, consider subscribing. I'm more of a teacher. I like to explain why I'm doing what I do. I do hopefully one day hope to have some of the quick videos that have 10, 20, and whatever crafts on it. I have over on Facebook, we lost our Facebook page, but over on Facebook I had over 2,000 over 2,000 videos. Because we crafted for 7.5 years. But the way we videoed over there is different than over here, and being able to cut those down, I don't know. I'm going to try a few of them and see, but I just don't know. Boy, I wish this stuff was turned. It would make it so much easier. And I'm scared to leave it laying on my picture too long, because my picture, you know, already has the dried glue or drying glue on it. Ooh. I didn't realize this was going to take quite this long, guys. I didn't know that this was going to be quite this curled. But we want to take the time to glue down the right side of it so that it all looks uniform. My fingers are getting a little bit of glue on it, so it's getting a little bit sticky. There. Can't wait to hold this up so y'all can see it. This is an old reclaimed frame that's just been painted gold with some black distressing on it. But it's got some nicks and stuff to it, but that makes it look cool. Whew. About to get this side done. Now I want to take, when you're doing something like this, make sure that you take time to go back into those corners, because as you're doing, you'll pull up out of the corner. So take time to go back in your corner, push your part down that needs to be in the glue, so that you don't wind up with some that's, you know, not glued down and you got that sawn edge showing. Uh-oh. Forgot to move my bottom part with it. There. See, when I did that and picked it up, it kind of moved. That's okay. We want to take, look, it moved a lot. Not no kind of moved. Look at that. It pulled it up under there. Whew, I'm glad I noticed that. See, don't do as Debbie did. Be careful. Be careful. And if you're on Facebook, guys, over on Facebook on Sunshine Tillery page, which is my daughter, we're having an auction, a live auction, Friday night with some of the crafts that we do. We had one this past Friday night that was so cool. I haven't had one in 6 years because I'd convinced myself I wasn't worthy of that. But it was a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Okay. Now I got that back in place. Whew. Goodness. Now let's get this last piece done. And again, guys, this is a whole craft that we're doing without the use of hot glue. Little bitty glue things just about to run out. How about that? Right here at the end. Okay. Now let's get this put in here. Get our right edge. Just about stuck my tongue out again. I do that when I'm concentrating. And this edge is going to be a little hard to get in here. But we'll work with our tweezers and we'll get it in there. Getting it. Whew. I love this green just coming out from the frame like that. Looks so cool. Again, y'all please give us thumbs up if you like what you see. Sometimes I don't have this much trouble. But anyhow, give us a thumbs up and subscribe and all the things. And we come on. I'm trying to get where I come back on way more often. We used to come on real often on YouTube. I mean on Facebook, but it has been, life has been really rough lately. But God's seeing to that. We're okay. God's good, guys. He's our whole business is dedicated to Him. Oh, I love that. I'm going to try to hold it up if I keep myself with my fingers. Look at that. I love that. Awesome. But y'all share it out. Share this video out. And we will leave it laying here till everything dries. But y'all seen the finished product. And again, that little ribbon we used was called Adornments. And it's Fun Fibers for Fabulous Effects. Comes in. This is the rest of the pieces. So that was neat. And this is just an old Goodwill frame that I painted gold a long time ago, and then just distressed it with black. over it. And I just decided to use it just like it was. I'm going to fix this right over here. Okay. There we go, guys. So tickled. Good craft for tonight. Thank y'all so much for joining me. Y'all subscribe. Let me know again down below if you've used rice paper, if you've made rice paper, faux rice paper. We'd be interested to know. Okay? All right. Love you guys. Bye. I've got to walk around to turn it off.